Welcome back, guys. So this is going to be a little bit of a different video. We're going to tell you the story about how I got the Skyline and why it makes such a big difference, not only for me, but also for the channel and the people around me. I'm going to be working on the car while I tell the story, like you hanging around here in the workshop. That was the brake pedal and the steering wheel. Now that works. Next thing is let's check the oil and let's get all the stuff that doesn't really belong in here out of it. We already removed the TV, so that's standing over there somewhere. Let's get the rest of the stuff out. And once we got all the mechanical stuff and the wheels, I kind of started tearing into the visual stuff, into how I wanted it to look. Because again, from the beginning, I knew that this car wasn't supposed to be stock. I wanted to do something that's personal, something that is unique for me, something that kind of, says this is my car. This is not a car that I bought, not that there's anything wrong with that. I just wanted something that's personal. And that's when we started looking at the body kit and the carbon parts. So that actually took the better part of 2 years to get the carbon parts. Let me get you guys situated a little bit better here. So that took a better part of 2 years to get the body kits, because the problem with the R34 and the carbon fiber body kits is, unless you want to pay like super premium for having custom made by Nismo, there is no one manufacturer that makes carbon body kit, one carbon body kit for a Skyline. You have to source the parts individually from different vendors, from different places. And that's also the problem that we had, because some of it is Duloc. The front fenders are Duloc. The rear quarters are from something called Grams in Poland. And they're terrible quality, by the way. And the skirts, underskirts are Nismo. The skirts are GTT modified. The front bonnet is a Night Racer copy that they from Britain that they sell. Now the front bumper is something I had made in China and imported. The rear bumper is a custom job as well, also made in China, because that was actually one of the parts that I had the biggest difficulty in acquiring. The rear boot lid is also from Night Racer. So it's a hodgepodge of all kinds of parts. And I know that some people at car shows that we've been at saying, oh, this isn't straight, oh, this doesn't fit, that doesn't look good. And yeah, guys, you're actually right. It isn't straight. And it doesn't necessarily look too good, because these parts don't belong together. And it is what it is, And of course, again, if you want to do something 100% correctly, you can always get these parts custom made and pay more than what a car is worth. But I chose not to do that. I can live with a little bit of panel gap here and there, and instead having a car that I can afford, that I can enjoy, that looks really awesome, I can live with the panel gaps. So that's why it has a little bit of panel gaps here and there. We need to check the oil, but we need to let the oil level drip a little bit. We need to get it down. And while we empty the car, there's a lot of stuff in there from Elmia, booster, stickers, dirt. We have a day with the whole KyushaFactory team coming up where we are actually making the stickers for what we need. So another problem is that this that we need to fix. And this is a good example of this car being a bit of a hodgepodge of things, because these carbon doors don't really belong to anything. They are for an R34, but that's about it. the brackets don't fit, and you know, they're just built for race. They're built for drifting. They're built for a proper race car. They're not built for being used on the street. So when some idiot, me, puts them on the street car, they very much do not fit. And that repair is probably going to be one of those things that I think, well, let me get back to that and let me fix it properly. And I never will. So many other projects that I need to tend to. So that's not going to be fixed properly, but it'll work for now. But all the carbon fiber stuff took quite a while to order and to produce and to get right, because some of it had to go back and some of it broke. And because the carbon fiber was quite a lot of money, I actually had to split the bill. So I bought it in 2 rounds, as you typically say. Bought the front bumper and the rear bumper and the skirts, you know, the kind of stuff that was really, really important. And then I bought the rest, which is the interior and stuff like that. And I've been upgrading this car over the years. So the seats, for example, the seats came in quite later than much of the body kit, because there were some red seats, Sparko seats in it when I got it. And those were pretty okay. But they were worn and didn't look too good and didn't fit the black. So I put them in. And the same with the doors, because for a lot of years, well, for about 4 years, I didn't really want to put carbon doors on it, because I was expecting that they would be terrible driving with, and you know, with the noise and everything. But it ended up not looking properly. It just missed the carbon doors. So I had to get the carbon doors. And thing about the carbon doors is that they were exactly as terrible as I had feared. They are exactly as terrible as I had feared. They make a lot of noise. They are flimsy. They are very fragile. That looks okay. And the thing about the carbon doors is I could get the door cards for the interior, so I could have a carbon fiber interior in the car. I love carbon fiber. And I got those as well. Well, they didn't fit the doors. Well, not really fit the doors. But it still looks really good. And over the years, I'm still adding stuff to it. One of the last things that I added was actually the steering wheel, because it had a Driftworks steering wheel. When I first began, when I got the Driftworks subcarriage, I installed the Driftworks steering wheel. And then I upgraded to this, which is a carbon fiber steering wheel. And it's with an airbag. So it's still fully legal, which is cool. And one of the last videos we have for this car is also about the diffuser under the car, which is this one. This is one of the things that we added as the last modification before the car was kind of complete, and it is complete. There's not that much missing on it. It's almost as it's supposed to be. There's always stuff you can do, but it's not that much. I think that the hood pins that are not carbon fiber right now, the hood pins could do with an upgrade. The headlights, they work, but they are a little bit worn and they're a little bit crackly. It's a typical error on the R34 that these plastic headlights, when they get old, they get worn. I could do with a tow strap in front. That would be really nice, because it's actually not that easily towable. I would like an air ride for it. Well, not an air ride, just cups. So I could lift it when I'm going over bumps, because that is actually a problem. a big one. Because it's so low in the front that catches on normal bumps. That's not cool. So now the car is done. I've checked it all. I fixed the steering wheel, fixed the brake pedal. Now emptied it for crap. Vacuumed it inside, so now we just need to wash it. And while we wash it, let me just explain to you what's going to happen now, because this is kind of cool.